Prepare yourself for an entertaining and somewhat informative hour of MMA Talk Radio.
My mission here is to motivate.
Out of the red corner, Joe Show. Out of the blue corner, Timbo Slice. And your host, Fight Fit Lifestyle founder and UFC fighter, Stephen Ocho Peterson.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday.
Hey, how you
Happy
doing?
Friday. We're back. Yeah, get ready for an entertaining-ass hour of
I hope
mixed
so.
martial arts
An
talk
entertaining
radio.
ass hour.
Yeah, ass hour.
That's how you
Joe
say
Show's
it.
on the show.
Bunch
Bunch of ass.
of asses.
So, yeah, we got a lot going on this weekend, so we're just going to, get into the most exciting thing is tonight. The LFA fights are coming up here at the Bomb Factory in Dallas, so
Whoop,
super
whoop.
excited for that. We will all be there.
Signing autographs.
Joe will be signing autographs. Cage
You get
side.
your-
Please.
He'll be
get your
signing
Photoshop?
autographs for the fighters as they walk into the cage.
Yeah.
Everybody wants shows.
Yeah, we got some media credentials, so we'll be getting some really cool backstage interviews of, the fighters and the winners and, maybe somebody else special because, they got all kinds of celebrities showing up to these LFA fights.
Yeah, they do all the time now.
I mean, name some that you've seen in the crowd. Big Black, when he was still alive, he was
Who?
Big Black,
Wow.
Robin Black,
Mm-hmm.
Robin Big.
Yeah.
Oh, here
No,
we
I'm
go
talking
with
about-
names
yeah, yeah.
again.
Well,
Robin Big.
we've seen you, Stephen Ocho Peterson.
What's his name? Tyler Sagan. A lot of he's a hockey player. If you don't watch hockey,
No, I
I'm
don't.
sure all the hockey fans are like, oh, he was there. Yeah,
Tigers.
Tyler Sagan.
Tyler
And,
Sagan.
Yeah,
Oh, they're Sagan, eh?
all kinds of like local celebrities and national Dallas Cowboys and
Greg Hardy.
yeah, Greg Hardy. You'll get some other Cowboys in there and maybe some Mavs.
Man. Uriah
Probably-
Hall.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of UFC fighters there, especially
Charles Bird.
Fortis is gonna come out strong, and
Hands
just
is
don't
still
fuck-
going to be there?
Hell yeah, I'm sure. Like
All right, I'll go
at
then.
least 90% of the Fortis
Yeah.
guys are coming out, and then many other local pros as well. So
So the other thing that LFA does with my neighbor works for Wounded Warrior, and the LFA usually hooks them up. So they bring in a bunch of warriors. They usually put them up in a suite. Gone up there a couple times when they've been out there, but a lot of times and Rashad's done this a couple times. Well, they ask local fighters, local UFC fighters that these guys have watched to come up and just say hello and do like a meet and greet with them. And they've done that. I've been up there with Rashad, walked up and to greet them all. So there's a potential there for a number of guys that they've seen for anyone to walk up there and go meet them. So anyone that you see, if you want to steer them that direction, if they haven't already lined somebody up, I'll check with my neighbor on that too. But
yeah, I know Uriah Hall works real closely with that and like Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's really cool. See these guys get back.
yeah, I mean it. Those guys have given a lot already to the country, to us, and for them they're excited to see when someone walks in that they're like, holy shit, look at this guy. So I mean, like there will be a number of them there tonight.
Dallas, Texas is a hot spot for UFC fighters, man, and even the smaller organizations, LFA, XKO.
Well, LFA is big.
LFA is big.
Is it's a worldwide
Yeah,
league,
now that-
so
Not saying it's not big, but
and it's on UFC Fight Pass. So there's a lot of big names coming out and supporting these fights. It's a feeder to the UFC. The Houston card, literally every single fight had an LFA veteran.
that's cool.
So I mean, LFA is feeding the UFC right now.
The other thing I
new
did
talent,
hear
new stars.
was every fighter that they've signed so far this year for the UFC has come through LFA.
Every single one.
That's what the article I read.
Bullshit.
That's what
Semi-informative.
That's what I could be completely wrong because I am most of the time.
That's a
But I
new
read that
term,
on the internet.
Fake news, semi-informed.
Fake news. That's what we should call the show. Fake news.
Fake news.
I don't know.
We're just bullshit
Possibly. I mean, it's pretty early in the year, and they haven't signed a whole lot of guys. But
Yes,
they
and that's-
do look straight to the LFA. I mean, look at the guys that fought on last week's card. The one that I would have been on. There was four fighters that pulled out due to injury.
Yep.
And I believe they replaced them all with LFA fighters.
Yep. Oh, last week's card.
Yeah.
That was good. Who was the main event last week?
Benavidez and
Ooh, he got smoked.
yeah, guy that didn't make weight. So
he missed weight by 2.5.
Figueroa. Yeah.
By 2.5 pounds. So
Yeah, he gave up 30% of his purse, but you end up winning the fight and you make a lot more money. And
Does he get the win bonus?
He does get the win bonus.
less 30% of it.
No. This happened to me. I was like, at least I'm going to get 30% of his win bonus too. Nope. You should get 30% of the show money.
Really?
Yep.
Which Benavidez get pretty good show money.
Oh, Benavidez got paid almost $1 million.
What?
Yeah, it was like 900 and something thousand.
No way.
Yeah, he got paid more than anybody on the card. I saw it on an article, so it's
got to be
true.
real, just like the one
It's
I
definitely
read.
true, but you can't read too far into those articles because I've seen an article that said how much I got paid. I was like, they don't even know.
Oh, man.
I mean, I guess that's good that they don't know how much you're making exactly.
Yeah, that's good and bad.
It-
But it's everyone wants to always know that what are the because you hear all these stories.
It's
they're not
disclosed
getting-
fighter pay, and they might think your contract says one amount, but that's private, right? Unless you make it public.
So there's disclosed and then there's undisclosed fighter pay.
Yeah, and
So he still gets his win bonus even though he didn't make weight.
yes,
Huh.
he doesn't get the belt though. So now they have to run it back. I mean, it makes sense. What else do? You have to run it back. And if he doesn't make it weight again, cut his ass, get rid of him.
Well, that's the first time he's missed weight. I was wrong. I thought he'd missed weight before, but that's the first time he's missed weight. Is that the first time he's fought at 125, or
No,
he's been 125?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if he dropped down from 135.
he's
But
big 125er.
dude, he was big.
I mean, maybe I'm sure. Like every year that goes by, it gets harder. So I mean, I used to
And
go through it myself.
he
so.
put a solid whooping on Benavidez.
He did.
And
So
then dropped him.
do you think that extra weight, not cutting that, how big of a factor is that in that fight? And how many times does a fighter miss weight but go on to win the fight?
Somebody shared a statistic. It's like 9 out of 10 times or 8 out of 10 times
They win?
that the fighter that misses weight
Wins
wins
the fight.
the fight.
Really?
It's the majority, majorly the majority of the time that the fighter that misses weight ends up winning the fight.
Damn.
And
So it is.
some guys, it's like screw it, like I'm hurting. I'm not gonna keep hurting. I'm just gonna give up some of my money so I can feel better. And then they do that, and then they feel better, and they perform better.
And they come in stronger.
Yeah,
and
they
they
come in
perform better.
bigger.
So with
Essentially
so
bigger.
you're saying 80% of the time the fighter that misses weight
I'm saying
wins.
at least 80%.
80% of the
least
time, they
80%.
win 60% of the time.
At least 80%. Yeah.
mathematician over here.
So,
So just giving up 30% doesn't seem like that much. And even if it goes, it's like you
that's a
said
lot.
before.
30% can be a lot. I mean, it's thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
if it's 10 grand, it's $3,000 out of your 10. And then you're all, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, if it's $100,000, that's $30,000. It's a lot of money. That's a car money,
Yeah. You buy a pre-owned Cadillac for that.
So yeah, you could potentially be missing out a lot of money, but like I say, you're not missing out on your win bonus, and most of the time, the guy that misses weight gets the win bonus. So
And he didn't take any damage.
yeah, and there's a lot of theories on what can be done about this. I think a fighter should lose a point every round.
But that only works if
Then
it
they
goes,
have to win all 3 rounds.
that only works if it goes to decision. So
Yeah,
he
so
took
if
him
they
out.
finish it, then they finish
He
it.
took him out in the second round.
Because it is the fighter's choice. You don't have to take the fight.
Right.
When the fighter misses weight, they basically, they screwed up the you have a contract. And
You voided the contract.
You voided the contract by missing weight, and then there has to be a new agreement. And the new agreement comes with that 30% or 20% or 10% of the pay. And you
And
negotiate
you
that.
negotiate that right when
And
that's happening.
some guys are like, I'm not giving up any money. And you're like, well, you're giving up 30% or I'm not going to fight you. And they're like, all right, then whatever. and then you just don't fight them.
But then they're giving up
All their- yeah.
100% of their show money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some guys are just like that.
They get
They're
hit in the
real
head a lot.
stubborn,
Yeah.
and they're all jacked up from cutting weight, and they're just,
Yeah.
I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting. I'm not giving up my money.
Well, I think he could have made. I think he'll come back and make weight. It was
Yeah,
only-
I
it was a
think
couple
he'll come back
pounds.
and make weight, and you know, I feel bad for Benavidez.
What do you
he's
think
been
co-
he's been in that range his whole career, but he's never made
Always
it
a
to the
contender.
top.
He's always number-
a contender.
Always been number 2.
Yeah,
He's always the bridesmaid, huh?
Always the
Yeah.
bridesmaid.
yeah, yeah. He's had some tough title fights, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Like,
I mean,
he's fought for the belt at least 3 times.
yeah, he's a BMF in his own right,
Yes. Yep.
and he is one of the smaller guy, even for that weight division.
Mhm.
He's small for that weight division.
I saw an interview with him, and I'm like, man, why didn't they give him a box to stand on? I mean, you see all these other fighters here, and the camera has to drop way
He's
down.
like 5'4".
yeah,
Yeah.
he's tiny.
Another one on the card was Violent Bob Ross.
Did he watch it?
I did. Obviously, you know, I gotta
Mhm.
keep up with these guys, and he fought Steve Garcia, another LFA fighter,
Mhm.
and you know, Steve came out like a warrior, and Bob Ross just, you know, smartly took his back and basically controlled his back the whole time, all 3 rounds. Beginning of each round, he'd take his back and control him. So the control time was like 13 minutes, 30 seconds. It was like a good amount of control time
That's
that he had on him.
huge out of
But the strike count was totally backwards. Steve Garcia had like 100 and something strikes to his like 10. Because Steve
Damn.
Garcia was throwing these shots behind his head. So it'd be interesting to see, like, if you had, you know, my theory of the way we should score things, and then Bob Ross has the takedown and the back control. So what's he get, like 8 points, right? You know, and then he's on the back. He doesn't get more points unless he's changing position, right?
Yeah, unless he's doing something with it.
And then Steve Garcia racking up a single point every time he's popping him.
But-
if it essentially, you know, it can make for much more interesting.
But how does
fights.
this over the head
Score
score as opposed to a significant
a jab.
It's
a jab or a cross?
Well, a significant strike would be 2 points. That would be
Okay.
So those are-
insignificant.
yeah, okay. So were
A
they half a
significant
point?
strike is a strike thrown at distance, right?
But a punch like this
definition.
behind your head,
yeah, it's a pepper shot.
yeah. So
Just like if you were on top and you
it's
were just
irritating.
hitting them. But if you posture up and get a real big one, that's a strike thrown at distance, so that would be considered a significant strike.
Yeah, but
So,
not,
like, you know,
but
when
if,
you're just like laying on them and you're
Right.
just peppering them.
But if the guy's got your back and you're reaching back behind your head and kind of hitting them like that, do those get points?
In my theoretical scoring system, yes,
In yours,
right.
but not in the UFC.
It's still
In the
considered a
UFC,
strike, though,
but
because he
yeah,
got,
it is pointed as an insignificant strike. So on the strike count,
Oh,
I
that's
even
right.
took a picture of it, but it was completely lopsided. So if you were looking at the strike count, you'd be like, "There's no way that, you know, Bob Ross won this fight." But then you look at the control time; it's 13 minutes. He's controlling him the
Mhm.
entirety of the fight.
Did you see that with Invicta this weekend? It's up in Kansas City, I believe. That they're doing something new with their scoring, where they're doing an open scoring, or they're showing the judges' scorecard
In
or
between, on the
with-
scorecard in
yeah,
between rounds.
with
yeah.
every round, whether they're going to put it up on their big screen or something. So they're trying different things. So they are.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I think it makes,
know where you
it makes
stand.
complete sense.
You get the audience into it. You get the
Mhm.
fight. The fighter looks like shit. I'm down. I better get on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Every other sport you used to have a scoreboard, so
Yep.
why not?
Yeah, even hockey.
Why wouldn't we? have a
even
scoreboard?
hockey.
I don't watch any hockey. It's not a Texas sport.
What?
Hockey?
Okay.
No,
Okay, you
it's
probably just pissed off a lot of people, lost a lot of our fans.
hockey fans.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
They warned me about
Hey,
you.
yeah. I just hockey.
Are you supposed to be bringing fans in, not
hockey's new
chasing
to
the ones we
Texas.
have away?
I don't have to love everything, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
But hockey is a big.
Texas. It's not. It didn't originate. It's not a Texas sport. It's a northeast sport or north.
It's a Canadian
Fucking
sport.
soccer's not either.
Soccer is too. This is North Mexico. What are you talking about?
Every sport has to come from somewhere. You know, it starts somewhere else and comes here. So there's.
Ooh, you want to know what pissed me off?
Yes.
I was at this job interview this guy, and we're talking. He was talking about sports, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm into MMA." He was like, "That's not a sport." I was like, "Excuse me? Excuse me?" So he was like, "Yeah, call me Monday." I was like, "Yeah, I'll call you Monday, fucker." Yeah, I didn't call that guy. He plays golf.
That's a sport.
That's a sport.
That's a real sport.
Yeah, that's a man sport. I was like, dude, fighting UFC, that's like the truest sport there is. There's
Yeah,
nothing
he probably
true.
looks at it like as barbaric. Maybe he's one of these like. Meh.
Yeah, he's a dork. So,
Well, he has to be. He sells fucking insurance.
yeah,
Yeah.
scum of the earth. So I won't be getting that job.
That's safe to say.
The last one I wanted to mention from that card was De La Cruz. He fought this new guy from LFA, Spike, the Alpha Ginger. So I think his name's Spike Carlisle, and he fought Alon Cruz, and I was supposed to fight Alon Cruz, and I almost cried when he like destroyed Alon Cruz because I was like, oh,
Damn.
that should have been me.
I could have fought him with one arm.
Yeah. I mean, then you have those. Obviously, you start thinking like,
Because he took him out in the first round, huh?
Yeah, I was like, I'm feeling my elbow. I'm like, I definitely couldn't fight right now, but maybe if I just toughed it out, didn't get surgery, and then got surgery after the fight.
That's
But
yeah.
you can't really go back.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
You feel like I feel like I missed out on a big paycheck. Damn it.
Damn.
Just gave up money. But you never know, and fighting with one arm could have been detrimental to my career.
Yeah, he might have lost.
And my
Because
health, yeah.
that arm could have locked up in the middle of the fight or fallen off or something. You don't know.
Yeah, well, that was the issue. Is every time it would just lock up. Every time I spar,
But just tough to watch the opponent you were supposed to have get his ass.
get his ass handed to him, and I'm like, well, I mean, I guess that makes scratch that one off the list. I don't want to fight him no more.
Yeah, you want to fight the other guy now.
Yeah, right. So, yeah,
And so that
it
guy
is what it is.
Spike, they just brought him in.
Yeah, they brought him in from LFA. He's kind of an interesting cat.
His
Very
name's Spike,
Yeah,
the ginger beer. What?
the Alpha Ginger.
Alpha Ginger?
Yeah, they said because there was two gingers and they had him like wrestle or fight, and he was the best one. So he was
The Alpha Ginger.
Nice.
Redheaded. Redheads are mean, dude.
Yeah,
My grandmother's redheaded. She was mean as hell.
got a redheaded brother and sister.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's right.
So what are you saying about that?
I don't know.
You don't want to go down that road.
That's like talking about religion or race. You just don't even go there. I ain't touching that one.
Spike, the Alpha Ginger
Carlisle.
Carlisle. You should change his first name to Spice. That'd be cool. Spice Alpha
Prepare
Ginger.
yourselves for a commercial break. This is Fight Fit Radio. We'll be back after these messages.
3, 2, 1. KVGIRadio.com.
Y'all really just opened my bubble and just.
KVGI Radio brings you conversation and entertainment. Be sure to follow us on social media. Who streams the best talk shows? We do.
listening to KVGIRadio.com. Streaming live from the KVGI studios in Frisco, Texas. Live without limits.
Ojo Peterson.
Back and hoping everyone can hear us.
Can everybody hear us? Give us a thumbs up.
It's easy as just fried bologna.
Boothang, can you hear us? Hey, Luna Head.
So, let's get into the LFA fights that are coming up tonight. We have first up on the card, Baby Johns, Elijah Johns.
Younger brother.
Younger brother, Miles Johns.
Which is actually bigger.
Yeah, the bigger younger brother.
Right.
Bigger little brother. And, he starts off the night, so 6 o'clock. Get there early. Don't wait.
So
go straight from work.
Expect traffic. There's always traffic, especially it's 6 o'clock in Dallas.
It's in downtown Dallas.
So leave early. Leave work now.
there's a
All right. Leave work now.
We're checking out. We're gonna go down and have lunch.
Get dressed. Get ready for the fights. This is all that matters today. You go to the Bomb Factory. You camp out front, and you get ready to go. Get ready for the fights.
You go right next door, grab something to eat, drink.
Yeah, exactly. It's Deep Ellum.
There's a lot to do down there.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. So just hang out in the area, have a good time, pregame.
There's this place right next to it that I've been there a number of times before every fight. They have this great fried bologna sandwich.
Ew.
That sounds gross.
I love fried bologna and mustard. I'm going just for that.
There you go, Keith.
So first we got Elijah stepping up. He is fighting an opponent that took the fight on a week's notice. Elijah's been, he's been going through opponents. He had, I believe, 2 or 3 back out, and this one finally accepted the fight, and he showed up to weigh-ins. So,
was he on weight?
Yeah. They fought at 155, where they settled at 155. Elijah made weight fine. His opponent made weight. So
what do you think he normally
tonight.
fights at then?
Elijah?
Yeah.
145.
Okay. So they're doing catch weight since this guy only had a week to.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, he's going to be massive.
and EJ didn't have to cut much weight, so
yeah,
that would be pretty good for him.
Is that what you call him, EJ?
Yeah.
Is that what the guys call him around the gym?
Yeah. Elijah
so
Johns.
Remember
EJ.
that when you interview him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some other great preliminary fights. They're all pro because EJ's pro and the rest after him are going to be pro. At 8 o'clock, Fernie Garcia kicks off the main card, and he will be fighting Jay Viola. And Jay's kind of an older guy. He's I think he's a BJJ brown belt. He's kind of a jiu-jitsu guy, type guy. So, fighting Fernie Garcia out of Fortis MMA be a good chance for Fernie to showcase his skills and and show that, he feels he's ready for Contender Series and
Mhm.
UFC, and I'd like to see him get that opportunity if he's able to go out there and handle business tonight.
Yeah, I would stay off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good hands. Fernie's got good hands. He's tough. That guy's tough as nails too, man.
A lot of other great fight. I think Justin Patterson's on this card as well.
Yes, he is.
Vernon Lewis.
Oh, Big Vernon Lewis.
Yeah.
Damn.
So a lot of big names.
That's gonna be a short fight.
Yeah, it's the heavyweights. They're gonna be swinging and banging.
Yeah.
And then, lastly we got
You skipped over the
Haley
Bailey.
Cowan.
I mean, go on.
So
You've been
Haley,
talking about this fight.
yeah, Haley Cowan's coming up in weight. I think she struggled in the smaller weight class because she is a very muscular young lady looking.
She
like
didn't struggle in her fights. She looked very good in her
Struggled
fights.
in the weight
She
cut.
struggled. Yeah, her last fight with LFA, I think she had issues with weight. Didn't make it. Didn't even fight.
Oh yeah, she got sick.
So she went up a weight class, and we saw her last weekend, and she is, like you said, she's been hitting the gym hard. She looks very good.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's just her natural weight class, and that's just how she's built. I think she'd been depleted so much in her previous fights that you didn't get to see, her full physique. But we saw her Saturday night
Yes,
at XKO Amateur Series. She was there with,
with
cornering the Yellow Ranger and her and Daddy Dez, but
with Ed Guzman.
Ed Guzman, which congrats, Ed. That was a good fight. But she looked thicker than a Snicker. I mean, she was like jacked. So looking forward to see what and she's not short either. I mean, she's probably, I don't know how tall she is, 5'9". She looked ready to go. She gets you don't want her squeezing on your head or kicking you or anything, man.
She was like a gymnast, right?
Yes, she was. She was
North Texas. What was it?
She was at
Longhorn.
Nope, no. She's gonna kick your ass now for that. She was
I don't
Baylor
know.
Bear.
Baylor Bear. That makes sense.
And she was.
Some sports.
She was a gymnast, but I'm not sure. I don't know if she was a balance beam gymnast or if it was more that.
I thought it was like a
rhythmic gymnast or something.
I don't know. We're butchering it, I'm sure.
Sorry, Haley.
You should punch Timbo in the face.
Yeah. So she's a super athletic chick.
Yes.
Super
She's
strong.
very well spoken. I mean, you've talked to her many times.
Fun to interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
who's she fighting?
Brittany Cloudy.
And Brittany Cloudy is not small, so it's going to be a good matchup. I don't know Brittany Cloudy's
She's 2-1.
2-1. That's a solid record. But we'll see. Haley Cowan's definitely going to come in with some
Haley's
horsepower.
4-1, so that's fair matchup.
It's a pretty fair matchup.
She should go out there and handle business and move up
and feel good.
Yep,
she's going to be strong at that weight.
And the main event, we have another Fortis fighter, Damon Jackson, fighting Mauro Cholet. Mauro Cholet. I was looking at him. He's a foreigner. I'm not sure where he's from, but
he's fighting out of Brazil. But Charlotte sounds like he sounds
whiter. He looked like
a Frenchman.
Right. He looked kind of Spanish though, like maybe from Spain, France. Spain.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
So you're saying you watched or did you go to?
I went to the weigh-ins. Yeah. Just didn't. I mean, I didn't feel like getting my phone out and making it. I was just there for Fernie and the guys, make sure everything was smooth. They didn't need anything. So.
And those were held yesterday down in Deep Ellum.
In Deep Ellum at the Cambria Hotel, and then they had the public weigh-ins where they go show out on the stage and kind of get ready for the big show, and then tomorrow at the Bomb Factory. Today
at the Bomb Factory.
Today, it's time for the show. Damon Jackson's, he's been fighting for high level for a long time, and he made it to the UFC really early in his career. I think he was like 8-0 or 9-0 or something, extremely early in his career, and I think it was too early, and it kind of just derailed his training. It's been hard to get back there. He was on the verge, and then he signed with PFL, and then had a tough showing there. So now he's ready to bounce back and show that he's capable of much more.
And that's good. I mean, it is one of those things. I mean, and you see it in any sport where they bring somebody up And,
Too early.
Too early. They bring him in too early, and they can't. It's that transition.
And he
is
did
just very different.
fairly well. It was just you're fighting the best guys in the world.
Yes.
Like, he wasn't comfortable yet. He wasn't nearly as comfortable as he is now.
And now to see him fight,
you get in the cage. It's like, what?
And now,
all these
now
people
watching
are
him walk
watching
in,
me,
he walks in and he's very comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And knowing what's going on. Where I've seen him fight a number of times.
Strong-minded, strong-willed. He's ready.
Yep.
He's ready.
So,
So
looking
I'm
forward
excited to
seeing
see that. Great main event. Damon's brought the roof off the place like many times, or at least twice that I've been at the Bomb Factory, where he was the main event and took the guy out, and it's just explosive. It's incredible. So, get ready for a lot of energy coming out of the Bomb Factory.
I mean, there's some awesome fights there tonight on the card. I mean, and they're not. It's not like just the last or co-main event and main event. It's throughout the whole card that there's some awesome fights that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, for sure.
So, come on out. I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there. Joe Show might be there.
Hell yeah! What time we got to be there?
5:30.
5:30.
Are you going to get the media credentials at the
They're under our names.
for everybody?
Nope, they're under our names.
I think you have to get them all your.
Eat yourself.
Yes.
Get your own.
Damn, it's early to get there.
Yes. So, what the other thing going on this weekend? UFC,
there's
248, I believe. Israel Adesanya.
It is 248.
Yes.
It is. What the
And
hell happened?
Yoel Romero. I have a little glitchy Wi-Fi. Yoel Romero. So that'll be a really good one. Everybody's afraid to fight Yoel. So
Yeah.
he's one of the most athletic guys in the UFC. Believe he was a Olympic wrestler, judo background, and he's been competing at a high level his whole career. Even before he was at the UFC, just his wrestling and his judo credentials go way back. So he's getting into old age, and they're wondering if he could still compete the way he can. And he's shown that age is just a number.
Well, Cuban fighters are known to fight late, and they are also known to lie about their age.
I was just going to say, how old is he really?
Yeah, we don't know how old he is really, but talking about genetics, man, that guy is built like a beast. And I think he's going to give Adesanya he's going to give Stylebender a hard time.
I know he will. I think he's going to be very aggressive off of the bat, and Stylebender really needs to move around if he wants to be able to,
and that is his style. I mean, he's up, he's moving, he's very. I mean, I rewatched one of his fights. I mean, he is switching stances. He's moving left and right. I mean, he's backing up a little bit, but he's all over the place.
He must be extremely elusive in this fight, and then work his way around. Then he needs to put it on him in the third, and if it's not done by the third, he needs to really start picking it up and pushing the pace in the third, fourth, and fifth, the championship rounds. I think that's when he stands the best chance of taking Yoel out, is later on in the fight. And he's just got to be extremely cautious in the first and second.
I don't know if he can finish Yoel.
You get somebody tired, and then they're just,
Right, the chin goes away, but
everything
I think
changes.
Yoel is going to push him into the cage and probably put him on the ground.
I mean, Israel likes to throw a lot of interesting, different kicks. I mean, and
he's got
Yoel
power.
only has to catch one of those and get him on the mat, and he's going
Right.
to dominate him there.
Yeah, he'll big man him. I think he gets a hold of him, it's going to be a bad night. So it's an exciting matchup. It's exciting. Is that this Saturday?
That is this Saturday.
It's pay-per-view, huh?
Pay-per-view.
And is
Live!
Wei Lee
on
fighting on this?
pay-per-view.
Is Wei Lee fighting on that
Yes,
card?
the co-main event, Wei Lee and Joanna.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
They've got some bad blood going back and forth.
Joanna always makes bad blood, though. She plays the bad guy really well. She's all in the face, talking smack, and I'm not even sure Wei Lee knew what she was saying. She was like, oh, yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Yes.
I saw something. She was walking down. She's like talking to someone. Hat, hand, hat, hand. And so she doesn't. She it reminds me of another Wayne I saw years ago, screaming at each other. This is my house.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're right. Joanna's up there talking smack, and Waylon's like, I don't know what she's saying.
That's going
she
to be
likes my hairdo. What?
it's going to be a good matchup.
It will be
going to
good.
be a good
yeah.
fight. Man, yeah. You know, and I saw a little story about, am I saying her name right? Wei Li?
Whaley.
So it took Wei Li like 20-something days just to get to the United States because of the coronavirus
Well,
and all
she
got quarantined in each country she stopped in for several days.
And she left a while ago when that started breaking out.
A month ago or
Yeah.
so. But it took her
Uh,
about 21 days.
She had to move her camp to Thailand.
And then when she left Thailand, she got quarantined. She got held in quarantine again before she came to the U.S. I saw some article, semi-informative, so look it up for yourselves. So go watch an informative show, and they'll tell you exactly.
I mean, yeah, they say the way to prevent the coronavirus is, you know,
shave your beard.
wear a mask and avoid human contact. And we're in
The mask doesn't do you any good.
we're in martial arts,
look.
right? We're just like sweating all over each other. So, yeah, if you're sick, stay the fuck home. Don't be like going to the gym and
Dude,
you know,
they do
punching.
They do that
your
with the flu.
coronavirus.
Yeah, they do
I
that with
know.
the flu.
And
If the
it spreads extremely fast. So
well, if
something
they
like that can really spread quickly through the martial arts community.
kill all the UFC fighters.
yeah,
So if the coronavirus was really an
it
issue,
wouldn't kill them because they're young, they're in shape. It really only
right.
affects,
I think we're the
it
we're,
only affects
we're
people
the cure.
like old people.
no, I thought it was
Yeah, we just
affecting the
need it.
youth,
We
younger
have
people.
immunity.
Well,
it's affecting the elderly,
UFC fighters.
and the sick.
Well, if it was a real problem, that shit would have been doubled and doubling every day, I mean, there's only like 100 cases in the United States or something like that. If it was a real issue,
Well, it started with 0, Joe.
yeah, but if it was
See
a
what
real,
happens
No,
when
we
you have
we
one, it
imported-
turns into 2. And
Are you
then that
teaching me
doubles,
math?
It goes to 4, right?
yeah, but it would
And
be
then it
would be
doubles
at
to 6.
it'd be at several thousand by now.
4 doubles into 6.
It would be at several thousand by now if it was really spreading that quickly in the U.S. I mean, it would be up into the
It'd be at
thousands.
least 1,000.
It'd be more.
It-
Yeah,
It's because everyone's washing their hands. They're killing it off.
That's
I'm-
because we sold out of Lysol. Everybody knew that was the cure. You just get a bunch of
Purell,
Lysol.
and Purell companies buy stock in that shit because
And
they're
any
they're killing it.
alcohol that is over 181 proof.
even Corona beer.
I mean, if you're just chugging alcohol, technically you'd be immune to any virus taking hold because
Says Doctor
as long as you up your blood alcohol content
Steve
to
Peterson.
over 50%.
If you were a doctor,
Well,
would you
mine's
go by
not quite
Steve?
at 50%, and I'm not sick.
If you get it close to 50%.
His
I'm
blood
sure you'll
alcohol
kill
is
off-
50%
kill off
right
just
now.
about everything.
Yeah, not quite. It was a long late night, but I think I'm recovering.
So that's gonna be a good card tomorrow night.
Yeah. Super excited.
Man,
What
you didn't
else?
go to XAO this weekend. Me and Timbo were there.
Sorry, man.
You-
I had
You missed some action.
I
left
He had a date with his
my
mother.
mom.
Oh, I saw that.
I
That's
went,
nice.
I went to the gala.
What kind of gala?
It was a it was a community what's it called?
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce. Thanks, Timbo. I knew I posted about it. So
Yeah.
the Chamber of Commerce gala where they like announce the businesses of the year and all that crap.
Oh,
So-
because your mom has that business.
Yes.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
she's closely involved with the Chamber of Commerce.
It was Collin County.
What
or
is that
city-
business? Door-to-door shuttle, right?
Door-to-door shuttle. So she has this business where they pick up kids when their parents can't pick them up, and they shuttle them where they need to go,
Mhm.
make sure they're, safe and all that. Because sometimes the bus doesn't pick you up at the time your parents leave in the morning.
Right.
You gotta, facilitate something.
She found a niche, and
She's
running with it.
that niche that you call the door-to-door shuttle, and you they shuttle your kids for you.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So there was one picture I saw. You were. I was almost like we were talking about earlier with Benavides. You're standing next to some dude that looked like he was 7'6". I mean,
Yeah, I forget his name, but he was some basketball player.
I would
I
have.
was like, yeah, I could see that.
I can see that as you're standing there looking up.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, she talks me up to all those people. So when I show up, they all heard a bunch about me. So I'm just like,
Well,
yeah,
that's
cool.
That's any proud mom.
Cool. It's nice to meet you guys.
Was she all bragging like my son's a
Yeah, that she brags
UFC
like for
fighter.
the last years, and then I show up for the first time. They meet me. Oh, I've heard so much about you. Cool.
Hey, that's kind of cool,
It's a
though.
pleasure to meet you.
Prepare yourselves for a commercial break. This is Fight Fit Radio. We'll be back after these messages.
3, 2, 1. KVGIRadio.com.
Y'all have really just opened my bubble and just.
KVGI Radio brings you conversation and entertainment. Be sure to follow us on social media. Who streams the best talk shows? We do.
You're listening to KVGIRadio.com. Streaming live from the KVGI studios in Frisco, Texas. Live without limits.
Prepare yourself for an entertaining and somewhat informative hour of MMA Talk Radio.
My mission here is to motivate.
Out of the red corner, Joe Show. Out of the blue corner, Timbo Slice. And your host, Fight Fit Lifestyle founder and UFC fighter, Stephen Ocho Peterson.
So we're just going to go ahead and start over. We're going to do this whole thing again.
Since we've had a glitch with our audio,
to our listeners on Facebook Live, if you're tuning in now, we apologize for the issues. We had some...
a new producer.
Yeah, the coronavirus got into our computer.
Uh-huh.
Started fucking it up.
Yep.
It got in there.
The producer was drinking Corona.
Yeah, and then the coronavirus
And
affected our live stream.
Spilled it on the
and
computer.
It's just ruining everything. So, but anyways, after the show, we're gonna we still have all the audio and video without the glitches, so we're just gonna upload it at once so you can watch the whole show through if you so choose to.
Because this has definitely been an award-winning show.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great
everyone
show.
is.
One for the record.
Yeah, we talked about lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
We got the Bomb Factory tonight, LFA fights, live on UFC Fight Pass. So if you can't be there in person, I mean, you're going to miss out on a lot of explosive action, but you can still watch it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it might be just as fun.
Dude, the Bomb Factory is fun.
No, if you're
No.
in town, you got to be at the Bomb Factory.
Yeah, you're not going to get that experience unless you're there live. Watching it on TV, you know, if you have to be at something, you can sit there and watch it on your phone. It's pretty cool. But if you can be there, definitely be there. And I said, leave work now.
Yes.
And every seat, I mean, even they have the standing room. I mean, and you're not far from the cage. I mean,
no matter where you sit in the Bomb Factory, you're Gucci. Like, and then they have a top floor.
The balcony?
The balcony. No, they have a standing room on the balcony too.
Yeah.
So you're like looking over
And looking down into
the cage. So like if there's something you don't like, then you have this, you know, large beer. You just dump it.
Oh, here you go. You're instigating the
Yeah,
crowd.
just kidding. You better not do that. You probably get
you get the shit beat out of you and then thrown out.
The
something bad
DPD will
happen.
be there.
Something bad will happen if you do that. But yeah, I mean, great view. There's nothing like a bird's eye view of the fights
There's not a bad seat in the house at
at the Bomb.
the Bomb,
Factory.
unless you're kind of like behind the DJ area where they're running the soundboard. That's the only bad seat. But besides that, 99% of the place is good seating.
Yeah, stage is really solid.
Good
Well,
bartenders.
Yep.
Yeah, those bartenders are for real down
Yeah,
there.
they pour heavy.
Yeah, they do. I wish they had valet parking though.
Yeah, they got that. I mean, you got to get there early. So you
Yeah,
can get
parking
that-
is-
parking right in front of the Bomb Factory.
Friday night parking in
Right
Deep
in
Ellum.
front or the backside there. And I've heard that
Oh, that's
I
right.
heard-
That would be considered the backside.
that lot is no longer there. That they're building something on it. That was the rumor that I heard, but
Well, I'm pretty sure I was just by there. It was like I think it might have been gated off, but I don't know. If not, then you better get there early. But they have to have some sort of parking for, you know, a place that big.
I would hope so.
Yes.
Or they just expect everyone to.
They have a certain
park.
amount of parking spots that are delegated to the Bomb Factory. So, you know, get there early, get one of those spots so you don't have to park on the street and pay a meter by the hour.
Yeah, I've
I
always-
just didn't pay the meter last time, and I was like, well, the ticket was only $40, and I parked by the front door, and it was raining, so it was well spent. I just spent $20 on the meter.
So yeah, you can really just park anywhere.
Yeah,
if
and
you're
just-
willing to spend the $40 on the ticket.
Yeah, you can park right at the front door. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait till tonight. Timbo, you gonna go? You look like you need a nap. Is he?
I am gonna
Check
get
his
a
pulse.
nap.
Check his pulse.
I'm barely alive.
Peterson, check his pulse.
I don't want to touch him.
He doesn't want to get any closer.
He does
than
look
that.
a little Corona-y.
Yeah.
He kind of smells like
I think that's why
he smells. He smells like
why we were
Corona.
glitching earlier.
He smells like Corona.
I also have Lyme disease.
Do you really? Gross.
I would believe it.
I believe it too.
With my Corona, my Lyme disease.
Ah, you're not funny.
That's a good one.
Well, that's gonna be fun tonight. I can't wait to get out there. I'll be full Joe Show effect with the shades on.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna wear your suit or your jacket?
No,
No, you gonna go casual? What are you
I'm
wearing?
gonna go casual. I'm working the corner
Oh.
for Fernie's fight, and then after that, I'll be up in the crowd.
So we got to be there at 5:30. Damn. I'm going to get my pass, and then we'll go eat bimbo if you go.
Hey, you gotta watch that first fight. 6.
Well, right,
and then
right.
you can go.
Then I'll go.
Then you can go do what you do.
There's a good taco place right around the corner in there.
Right across the street.
Right across the street? Oh, man.
What is that? Fuzzies?
No, well, hell, I don't know. I went
There's
there.
Fedora. Fedora's a really good Mexican place out there.
Went over there with your sister last time, your brother.
Ooh, with your sister.
With the redheaded duo.
What'd you call her?
His brother, sister.
So now we're getting back into the ginger thing.
Well,
so is that like offensive to call a redhead a ginger?
I believe it is.
Let's get some poll going. I want
Well,
to hear what the fans have to say about this, and if
you really do have
they
red
are
hair,
redheaded, then I really want to hear what you have to say.
their vote counts as 2 then.
I was born with red hair. My hair was red when I was a baby.
I have a little red in my beard when we grow it out.
Yeah, before mine turned white, it was red. But my mom's side of the family, they're all redheads. The McCoys.
Little Irish.
I guess they were Irish.
I have some Irish in my blood.
Everybody does. My wife's half Irish. Her grandfather was actually from
I thought
Ireland.
you were Mexican. What?
I'm Mexican, English, Irish.
He's bipolar. He changes weekly.
I'm a Mexican, English, Irish.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife's Cuban, Irish. So I don't know what my kids are. I want to do one of those DNA tests to really find out.
To find out if they're yours or not? What?
Because part of my family's from Germany, too. The other part was German. My great-grandparents were Germany.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so who knows? We're all mutts in America. We're probably related.
All of us?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're probably all related.
I don't know. You look like twins today with those shirts.
I know. I didn't even plan this.
I didn't either. I haven't worn this shirt in like months.
I was feeling left out that you didn't let me know, and I
Look how clean and white mine still is.
You calling me dirty?
No. My wife.
I have trouble keeping clothes white.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
and that's I know that's why you said you didn't want to do whites, but also
it's a womanly duty is to
And thanks for tuning into our show. This will be our last show.
So, Stephen, you're looking for somebody to do your laundry?
no.
Okay.
in
right.
Steven's defense, I get my wife to wash my whites for me because
Men can't keep clothes white.
I can't keep nothing white. I can't wear white stuff.
It has nothing to do with putting it in the washing machine. It has to do all the other shit.
I don't know
They
what magic.
have their way of separating it and putting the right kind of detergents in
Right?
with the white clothes and the or bleach or whatever, and then
I
just put it all in the same thing and put like 2 packets in there, and it goes. And then sometimes there's too much in there,
washes
and
his
it
towels.
stops moving. So I got to
set
take
it
half
on-
of it out, take half the laundry out, and then run it, and then it'll work because there's
Steven
it's not
wa-
over full.
Steven
You know what I'm saying?
You wash all your towels with your clothes and your
and
whites,
then, and then you put it in a big basket, and then the basket sits
Sits
by the
for
bed.
by like 3
and
weeks.
then over the next couple weeks, I grab from the basket until I can't find my underwear, and then it's time to do another load.
Sexy.
This is how we do things.
I keep a small basket.
When you're a single man, this is how you live your life. It's like
sounds rough. Almost
on
sounds
the
like
edge,
camping.
Sounds like camping.
Sounds like camping.
Except for you do have a washing machine.
Yeah.
Camping, there's no washing machine.
I got one of those fancy Whirlpool ones, the ones you can program with the phone. It's like Bluetooth. Except, I don't know, it's kind of dumb. I mean,
So let's get back to some fighting.
I just
shit.
push the
Come on.
button.
Talking about laundry?
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about womenly. Why these are womanly duties?
I was not.
I think you're on an island right now.
Yeah, you're on your island. I'm married.
This is how men do things.
Yeah.
That's why
Single
we need
man.
women in our lives to help
So
us.
we don't ruin all our whites.
So we don't ruin all our whites. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go buy another one.
I don't even buy white underwear anymore. It's just all colors. The way you can just wear them for a week. Turn them inside out.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Something
sharing,
like
Joe.
that.
Oh, man. It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. We're starting off on the right foot.
Yes.
I'm ready to drink a cold Corona.
Yeah, I think that's what we need.
Uh-huh. So we're going to be down there at 5:30. So, damn, that's going to be some fucking traffic getting down to Deep
It's gonna
Ellum
be
from Frisco.
super hectic weekend.
But it's better if you leave earlier than and you're down there. If you think you're going to get down there at 6 and you're not going to leave till 5 or something,
Right.
you're not-
It's going to be, I mean, just getting through that Dallas traffic, you're going to travel less than 10 miles in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then traffic.
It'll be
and
like
then,
happy hour.
finding a spot to park when you get there, it's going to be another ordeal. So better off leaving early. Get there early, camp out, check out Deep Ellum, go grab a drink, some food, pregame, make it to the fights, at a fair time before
Don't miss EJ's fight.
yeah, don't miss the first fight of the
Hey, I hated when Austin Lingo was the first fight of the card.
Mm-hmm.
Because man, you'd walk in by the time you got a beer and it's
6:01 and then it's over.
yeah, the fight's
You're
over.
like, fuck.
That's why I got, man, you owe me $38.50.
Yeah, and so you look forward to a crazy night tonight, and then tomorrow another crazy pay-per-view card. Make sure you set up your watch party. I'm just gonna probably have it at my house because the bars get too crazy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll probably go to I don't know, Hooters or probably Twin Peaks. They'll probably have it there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Those things add up.
Yeah, but doesn't your bill at the bar add up?
No, because I'm not a drinker. Not really.
I'll go get some food, get like 3-4 drinks, and then I spent more than I would have spent if I would have just stayed home and bought the pay-per-view. Had somebody bring over a bottle.
That's a good point.
So you tell them, I'll get the pay for you, bring the bottle. Because
Yep.
I look
you
at
guys
it, you're
bring
going to do.
the food and you bring the drinks, my homies, and I'll pay for the pay-per-view, and then makes it all worthwhile. Spend less than you spend at the bar.
But the main event will be
Fire.
they're gonna be fire.
And then they got Sean O'Malley making his long-awaited return.
Yeah,
Honestly, I just hope he loses. I'm not a hater, but I don't
It
like.
sounds like you're a hater.
I don't like the publicity he's getting, and he makes his UFC debut.
he hasn't done anything yet.
And then he got popped for PEDs,
Right.
And then he's out for 2 years, and then he gets popped for, I guess, a pulse. He blamed it on the John Jones picogram shit, and he gets popped. And
his
he's like,
cocaine was tainted with PEDs.
Yeah, I don't know his excuse, but he, and then he gets, furthermore, they put it off another 6 months, I believe, and then now he's finally making his long-awaited return, and they're hyping him up to be this,
And he's
the
he's your
next
weight
big
class.
star. No, he's 135er.
Oh, yeah.
They're hyping him up to be this star, and he just got popped for PEDs, and what?
Why are you boosting this guy up?
What?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
What?
But didn't they do the
No,
same
but
thing
it-
with popping or building up Jones? I mean, they've
I mean,
always been
Jones
pushing-
was already on top for so long. He was already the best ever before
And then he got
PEDs
popped.
ever came up. Sean O'Malley was nobody. He won on the Contender Series. Basically the guy got exhausted from beating him up, and then he threw some flashy shit and knocked him out. And then now he goes in the UFC, has a good debut. He's a superstar, but he's tainted.
Yeah, but who did he fight? I don't remember who he fought.
Right.
I couldn't name who he fought.
Right, exactly. And
So-
it's all tainted anyways because he got popped.
Yeah,
So how is he?
he was cheating.
How is he this next big star
He got caught.
when he's not fighting clean? Like, why would you hype that up?
I don't know. He looks pretty cool to me.
He's an interesting looking character. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Probably fun to party with.
yeah. Maybe we'll both fight on the same card. And we'll
kick it.
We'll kick it sometime, and maybe I'll have a different opinion. But
Yep.
I'm all about fighting clean and making it a fair sport.
I know.
And, when you don't do that, it makes me want to X you. Like, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like in baseball, you get popped for steroids, and it's a big fucking deal. And why,
Yeah, and you have to-
isn't it a big deal? You're hurting another person. Like, if
Yeah.
you're all fucking,
You're just
if
hitting
you're
the-
cheating and you're hurting people, it's
Right.
not cool.
Yeah, it's not
You-
cool.
you-
It's a
people
little
get
bit-
really,
it's a little bit different.
people
if
get
you're
really
cheating.
hurt in this sport. And if you're cheating and then you hurt them, there should be some
Repercussions.
legal, repercussions.
Yeah, there should
not,
be.
not more hype.
Yeah, right.
So
You beat the
Just-
hell out of somebody because
just
you're on
my 2
steroids.
cents on that. But I guess we'll talk about that more a little bit next week
Or hit us up tonight at the Bomb Factory.
at the Bomb Factory. We'll see you there.